Is there not any good coffee spots in LA? Is that Chris Gray? Yo, are you Chris Gray?
Yo, what's up?
No way, I'm a huge fan. My name's Amer.
Oh, amazing.
Dude, I'm doing a show right now. Is it cool if I interview you for like 10 minutes?
Yeah, of course, let's do it.
Come on, hop in. Bro, welcome to the show.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't already know, this is my show, Drive By, where I will bring on some of the coolest people and ask them questions that they don't get all the time. Now, I know you don't need much of an intro, but who are we here with today?
My name is Chris Gray.
Nice, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay, so I Googled you before this.
Okay.
And I have a couple of concerns.
Oh no, okay, let's do it. Let me hear him.
I found out that your real name is not Chris Gray.
It's not.
The thing is, usually when an artist comes up with a stage name, you'll have like Future, Gunna, NBA Youngboy. How did you choose Chris Gray?
So it started by I wanted it to be a real name. So I wanted, and first of all, I wanted to keep my first name Chris. Right. Because at one point I was thinking of going with like Bruno Mars, for example. It's like a completely different name from his real name. And I was like, I want to be called Chris. I like my name Chris. And then step two was I liked my initials. I wanted my initials to stay CG. So I was like, I kind of was confined to that. And then my last name is actually Graham. So Chris Gray, Graham. I kind of just chopped it. So
it's like pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Why didn't you just go with Chris Graham?
I felt like it sounded like a country singer. Yeah. I feel like that's a great country singer, but I felt like for what I was making, it didn't really feel like the vibe.
And the thing about, I think, your music is it's not like, I was trying to think in my head, like, what do I call this music?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't really say it's indie.
No.
I wouldn't say it's even alternative music. What do you call your music? What is it?
Good question. There's a bunch of different names people throw around. I see people say like dark pop a lot. I also got like dark R&B. It kind of depends on the song. Some of them are a little more R&B. The fans have really grown on like just kind of calling it dark romance as well, which is like more of like a book genre, but I feel like it's also just now applied to the music. So I kind of go with all three, but any of the three is cool with me.
Dark romance, the amount of times, I'm looking through your comments and everything, the amount of times I've seen dark romance in your comment section, it's ridiculous. What is dark romance?
Dark romance, well, I mean, to be honest, I'm kind of like new to this as well. I see it in my comments all the time. But I think it's kind of mainly comes from a book genre, kind of BookTok. And it's kind of these books that dive a little deeper, maybe than your average like romance book. Get a little smutty, stuff like that, and I think the music works for it. That's what I've heard.
Have you read any of these?
I've read one. I did a collab with an author, Huang, for her book, King of Envy, and she makes these playlists for the book. So every book is like printed with the playlist on the first page, and
that's
it's like,
cool.
This is the soundtrack, and my song "Let the Road Burn" was in it. So I was getting like all these tags, like, "Yo, your song's in this book playlist," and I'd heard the name. So I was like, okay, let me check this out. I was like, this is really cool. So I reached out to her. We kind of like met up in New York. We were hanging, just talking about how her books and my music and the fans really put the two together. And I was like, well, why don't we do like an original for it? So it was like the book was coming out in like 3 weeks or something. And so like I got an early copy, read through it, and made a song just for the book. So that was a really fun experience for me. It was the first time making a song with a story already kind of set in place and trying to make something that fits those characters and those vibes. So it was a fun experience.
And I know your personality is now very like, I look at you and I think New York City, like I'm watching like this movie from the 90s. You know what I'm talking about? I like that.
I'll take that, yeah.
It's a compliment.
Thank you.
But like, was that always your personality growing up? Were you always kind of that person, or did your music kind of transform you into that?
I'd say that the music kind of transformed me into that. I used to almost think of my artist persona and my actual self as two different people. And it wasn't until like a few years ago that I stopped thinking of them as two people and really feel like it's just one person. But I think it was kind of almost like an alter ego growing up, because I kind of wasn't that guy as a kid.
What were you like as a kid?
As a kid, I was kind of nerdy. I mean, I'm still nerdy, but like in a different way.
You still got the glasses.
I still got the glasses, it's the homage. But like, I wasn't in like the popular group of people for sure as a kid.
But I think that like, if you grow up and you're incredibly popular and like you do all those things, like, no offense, I can't see you in a frat. Like,
no, that wasn't me.
Stuff like that. But like, the more you do those sorts of things, the more you almost kind of like get grouped up, and that's just your life.
For sure, yeah.
You know? Did you always know that like a part of you was different and like you were destined to do something more than just like the basic typical white picket fence stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I've been performing, singing as long as I can remember, like back to like 4 years old. And my dad owned a lighting company. So I would like, for Christmas every year, I would just ask for like a new light. And I had this like whole setup in the basement, and I put on these shows. And so as a kid, that was always kind of my passion. But then I wouldn't let anyone hear it or see it. It would just be for my parents.
Would they like, people would ask you like, hey, can you play?
Yeah. And like all through high school, I would make music, and I was releasing music even in high school, and I like did not tell anyone. That's part of also why I didn't go with my real name, was I didn't want people to find me. And then there reached a point where I stopped caring. I think like maybe what I was making felt ready for the world to hear. And then I was like, okay, and I just told everyone at that point, and then no one cared, and I was like, why was I nervous about this? Of course.
You were nervous that you would get judged for the music?
Yeah, that people would judge you. I don't even know what I was nervous for, but I think when I finally like told everyone, it was like no one really cared, and I was like, but you get in your head about all this stuff and overthink it all.
I mean, it is pretty easy to say that now because you have Let the World Burn, has like 100 and bazillion streams. So it's like, I don't think anyone could really judge that.
No, not now.
Whenever you made Let the World Burn, did you know like you were cooking something serious, or was it kind of like surprised?
So like, I mean, here's what I say. Every song in the process of making it feels like the best song in the world. And like, especially that first night of making it, I make like all my songs, I'm kind of starting between like 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. So
really,
it's
that's like your go-to time?
That's my go-to time. So it's like no one's awake, you're a little delirious. So it's like, I'm like blasting that in my headphones, it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, is this the best song I've ever made? The real test always comes in the morning. You wake up and it's like, 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I'm like, okay, let's see what I made last night. And half the time it's like, this is garbage, and I just move on and whatever. The test of a song that I want to release is, okay, it holds up in the morning. And then I kind of finish it, keep working. So I would say before I release a song, I always have the hope and the dream that like, this is going to be the next one. So that was true of Let the World Burn, but did I feel like, more than the others, this is really, really the one? I don't think I can say I knew. I'd love to be like, yeah, I knew that was the one, but I wasn't sure. So
this was obviously like one of the more popular songs that you've had.
For sure.
And I know like, I feel like for you, your life is like, people freaking beef like crazy in LA. That's what I realized. LA and New York is like the top 2 places.
Oh yeah.
And you would think it's like, driving in LA and New York is hard enough.
Oh yeah.
And then conducting an interview at the same time.
I'm impressed, man. I'm impressed. And you know what? You haven't made me like reach for the little grip at any point. I've been ready to. I've been like looking at you, but you're doing a good job.
Thank you, bro.
You got it.
I've had a lot of practice. So you make this song.
Yeah.
You were already picking up a lot of traction beforehand. You do this, and then it was kind of like you're just like freaking throwing fire on or gasoline on fire.
For sure.
And you're on tour right now, your Paradise Lost tour.
Yes.
How do you do it? Like, you're doing it every single day, singing this type of music. Like, how is your voice like working right now? Yeah, well, I mean, today, you know what? It's a little rough today. It's been, we're deep into this tour, but it's really just like, I mean, I'm warming up the voice every day. And I kind of know when to push and when to not. Yep. So I just kind of listen to my body every show, and there's like, it's tonight's show where it's like I can push that voice right to the max, or it's like, tonight it's like I'm gonna sing everything, but I got to keep
do it at 80%, 90% to keep it for the next day. So I always give my all every show, but it's also about knowing I have a show tomorrow and trying to balance that. So it's been pretty good on this tour, though. I've been able to really give it my all every night.
Have you had your I made it moment yet?
I would say, I mean, to be honest, I kind of have it every night. I think when I perform this live, I end the song on the last chorus and I just let the crowd sing it, and it gets me every time. I take my in-ears out so I can really hear, and it's like, I mean, because they're all facing me, so it's like deafening. And I think every time it like gives me chills.
What's the story of you coming up with this song? This was a 12 a.m. song?
This was a 12 a.m. song. I wish I had like a specific memory of making it, but I think it was like, I think when I started the idea, I was like aiming to make something in like a James Bond world. That was kind of my initial reference, was like going for like a James Bond soundtrack.
Bro, I literally just watched the James Bond movies a few weeks ago.
Oh, amazing.
I've been trying to tell my brother, like, yo, you gotta watch these movies, because I watched the first one and I was like, damn, this is amazing. And then I watched the other 2 or 3 within like a 1 week period, basically.
Yeah, I did the same. I think I had just done that, to be honest. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I'd freshly watched them and was like, I want to try to make a James Bond song. And that was kind of like, I think, where I went into it, but then the rest kind of just came out. But yeah, I think I was just like watching the movies, and then like it was like a bit of a subconscious thing, where then when I went to make something, that was kind of where my head was at, and then the rest kind of just came out, and it once I had that first lyric, I Let the World Burn, then that kind of brought the song to life in terms of like taking the rest of the song.
So this song came from you watching a James Bond movie? I'm
pretty sure. If my memory serves me correct, I'm pretty sure. But the lyric came earlier. I do remember the day I put it in my notes app. I don't remember why, but I was on tour. I was opening. This was my first tour ever. And I remember I was in the back of the van, and I just opened my notes app and typed, I let the world burn for you. And I was just, and I did that maybe a month before I made the song. And I don't know what compelled that line, but I just remember I just opened my notes app, put that in, and closed it, and that was all I did.
Did you make this song, Let the World Burn, for a specific person?
I mean, I think like, so I've been in a long-term relationship for 5 years, and she's a singer as well. We write all our songs together. She co-wrote this song with me. So I mean, those songs all stem from the feelings that come from relationships and for her. But I always say with my songs, it's like I take the emotion I'm feeling that day, whether that's like that jealousy or that, you know, some of those possessive emotions, and I kind of, you know, or like that passion, the romantic passion, whatever, I take those feelings and I try to like say, what would this sound like if I dialed it up to 11? And I think with this song, that was really my goal, is like take those emotions I'm feeling in that moment and then just like amplify them to the extreme, and that's kind of what came out.
What do you think? Congrats on the 5-year relationship, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm not going to get you in trouble and ask, you know, when you're popping the question, but
the fans ask me every day, just give us some time, guys. Give us some time. Please.
Dude, that proposal's got to be like extreme. Like with your,
I know.
with your vibe and like everything that you do, like you better do it like a volcano erupting.
Trust
in the
me,
background.
man. The pressure's there, I know. One day. I'll need like a whole production team or something. I don't know.
That's true. What do you think the ideal relationship dynamic is? What do you think it should be?
That's a good question. I would say open and honest. I think our relationship with my girlfriend Allegra, we're very communicative with each other, and it's not the kind of thing where we're like, you know, we feel a certain way and there's like this resentment brewing. If we have an issue, we just bring it up and we talk it out. And, you know, I think that like sometimes in the moment, I think there can be an instinct to not say how you feel, and you know, because in that moment it's easier to
100%.
just, you know, put that issue, save it for another day. And I think what we've been really good about is trying our best not to do that, and saying, you know, this is what I'm feeling now, so let's have it out, let's talk about it, and work through it. And that's the kind of relationship that I want to be in.
I heard you say you're a professional yearner.
Yes, yeah. I do use that term.
What does that mean?
Does that mean
a professional yearner?
A professional yearner. I mean, I feel like if you listen to songs, like, I'm yearning, man. I'm yearning. I think it's like, it's this passion, desire of wanting to be with that person, you know, in that moment. And I think that's kind of what I put in my songs.
I feel like you're the most like unheartbroken song person ever. Like, you know, like with your type of music, you'd be like, dude, holy crap, like that guy's heartbroken to the max, and you're just like, you're in like a loving relationship.
You know, I mean, it's like, but I've you know, I've had those feelings in the past for sure. So it's like, it's not that it's not there to pull from, but it's not there today. I'll say that.
Have you ever had your heart broken?
I have, yes.
How do you get through that?
How do you get through that? I mean, I just tried to distract myself and just get back to living life and having fun again and kind of doing the things that make you you.
Yep.
And I think you kind of can just realize you forget, and it's been, you know, a couple weeks and you're like, you're back to yourself. I think like trying to get back to yourself without that person, I think is the key. Because people become so ingrained in your life that
that's right. Yeah.
It's like when they're gone, then it's like
a piece of you is gone.
A piece of you is gone, and I think recovering that piece of yourself as fast as you can is key.
That's tough, bro. I mean, heartbreak, I feel like, is one of those things that it's like, it like hurts you to a level that like you can't be hurt in any other way.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because like you talk to a person every single day for sometimes years. Like they're typically the first person you talk to.
First and the last, yeah.
And the last person that you talk to as well. So whenever and it's almost always cold turkey.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And whenever they're not there anymore, you kind of just think to yourself like, damn, what is this like feeling of emptiness?
Yeah, for sure.
But it is a canon event, I fear. Like
it is a canon event. And then for me as well, like I was a big, like, I was just like going to the gym every day, just like to get that like kind of feelings out. But I kind of use that for me as an outlet for just whatever I'm feeling. It's just like trying to get my body moving, go for a walk, go for a run, go to the gym. I feel like that can fix a world of hurt.
Would you say that's a bigger like escape outlet over music, or do you think?
Well, I combine them. For me, it's both. It's like I feel like it's like listening to music while kind of exerting yourself physically. For me, is like on a bad day, if I'm, you know, stressed, whatever. That's the number one thing to help me.
You know what I also found out?
Okay.
This was a pretty easy Google search.
Okay.
But I found out you're from Toronto.
I am from Toronto.
But you don't have an accent though.
Some people say I do.
Okay, you know what? I didn't think you had an accent, and then you just said that sentence, and I'm like, okay, maybe you have.
Tomorrow.
Oh, don't ever say that again, bro.
Yeah, talk to me tomorrow. I'm sorry.
That's great. Wait, say house?
House.
Not bad.
The one that gets me, because we're on a tour bus, we got Canadians and Americans, it's pasta.
Oh.
I'm having some pasta tonight.
That seems harder to say than pasta.
I hate pasta. Get that shit out of my face.
What are you? You're acting like I'm the crazy one. What are they feeding people though in Toronto? Like what's in the water? Why is it every single person from Toronto is like a musical mastermind?
I don't know. I mean, we have like more than half the year is just like cold and snowy.
True.
And like, I think that's like a stereotype for Canada, but like, I mean, it gets warm, it gets hot, but like we have like 8 months of the year just like shoveled in. And I feel like it just breeds like creativity because you're just like stuck inside. It's like cold and moody outside. It's cloudy. I think we had this year the longest record for like no sun. I think we went like 3 months without any sun.
Damn.
It's like we get it bad sometimes. The Canadian winters are brutal, and I think it just breeds creativity. And then we also have like a lot of like grant funding support as well for the arts in Toronto, and I think that like it kind of can help people tour and make music when it's maybe not feasible. So maybe it's a mix of those two things, I don't know, but something is definitely in the water in Toronto, I'll say that.
For those of you guys who don't know, Drake and The Weeknd are also from Toronto.
Oh yeah, Justin Bieber is like 2 hours out of Toronto.
Is he actually?
Yeah, Shawn Mendes also from Toronto, I believe.
No way.
We got them all.
If Drake and The Weeknd got in a fist fight, who do you think would win? This is a very serious
This is a
show,
tough one. So, and I'm gonna start with saying I'm a big Weeknd fan.
Yeah.
I'm a big Weeknd fan. I'm not like a big Drake guy. I listen to some Drake, of course. I'm not like a huge Drake guy. I won't lie to you. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say Drake wins. I mean, I think Drake's.
He does look a little.
There's a big height difference. You know.
Is The Weeknd not the tallest person? I don't know.
No, I think I haven't met him, but I've been a few feet away from him, and and I'm not like a tall king. I won't lie, but I am taller than him.
Did you feel his like aura from the few feet?
Yeah, sure, yeah, but yeah, I think Drake's taking him out.
I'm a huge Drake fan.
Okay.
And I'm a huge The Weeknd fan.
Okay.
And I think they've gotten to the point, which if one of you guys see this, by the way, would love to have you on the show. But
hit them up.
I think they've mastered being like just a presence. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like
yeah.
You there's certain people that walk into a room and like you could feel them in that room. Yeah. What was one person that you met that kind of like motivated you or inspired you, where you saw them and met them and you're like, wow, this is who I one day want to be? It's
a good question. Well, I remember early on in my career, I met Lamar Taylor, who was kind of the creative director behind The Weeknd, and worked with him. Like all those early videos are shot by him. The cover art, all that early stuff, as far as I know, is kind of like his vision. And at the time, I was mainly pursuing being a producer and kind of on that visual side. It wasn't until later in my career when I wanted to actually be the one to step into the spotlight. So at the time, meeting him, having that connection to The Weeknd was a big inspiration for me.
He was what about? I think I saw you say The Weeknd, Chase Atlantic.
Yeah.
And there was one other person that you took as an inspiration, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the third spot's always changing. I feel like I've rotated out that third spot a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know who you might have seen, but I mean, like, definitely, the Neighbourhood's been a big inspiration for me. Mm-hmm. Which I saw you did an interview with him, which is very cool.
Yeah, Jesse's very cool. Shout out Jesse.
And then, so they've been a big inspiration as well. But then, like, also growing up, like, Queen was a big inspiration for me. I remember as a kid, I got given the Live Aid DVD for Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I think I watched that whole DVD, the whole Live Aid, like 20 times.
I have 2 more questions.
Okay, hit me.
First, you made a song with Mabu.
Yes.
How was that experience, and is he as crazy as he looks on social media?
Bitch, I woke up this morning on some different shit. The only hoe I need is a whole lot of green in a money brick. I'm a star like the roof of a color.
So, I mean, it was a very organic experience. He was just like, I think like commented on some of my stuff, and I just like reached out. I was like, yo, you want to do something? And he was like, yeah. And so I gave him my phone number to like text me and like, you know, do stuff. And then he just like cold FaceTime videos me.
He cold FaceTimed you?
Yeah. And I just pick up and I'm like, I don't know who's calling me. And he's like, what's up? It's Mabu. And I'm like, oh, hey, man. And so we're just like talking. We just talked about doing the remix, and then like he just got to work. But it was just like this very natural experience. Like, I feel like sometimes you do stuff and it's like the teams are involved and it's like management. This is just like just FaceTiming each other, just made it happen. And we just got to work, but it was fun. It was fun.
And the lyric is, she's crying to me about her ex.
Yeah.
I wiped her tears between her legs.
She crying to me about her ex. I wiped her tears between her legs.
Yeah, that is the lyric. I didn't write that one.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Mabu.
Was that you, or
that was all Mabu?
Well, I'm not shocked, dude. He is like one of the most unique human beings of all time.
Oh, for sure. No, and he's, I think like what's fun about Mabu is like, because coming from the TikTok side on my end and his end, we're just both there brainstorming ideas and kind of coming up with video ideas, coming up with for the song and stuff. So it was a very collaborative experience, which was fun.
Mabu, if you're watching this,
you gotta join.
You gotta join.
Yeah, hop on.
Hop onto the show. Hop onto the drive-by. Last question.
Okay.
And if you have to think and chew on it for a second, that's fine.
Okay.
But what's something that your fans don't know about you that would shock them?
That would shock them. Ooh. Some of my fans don't know about me. I feel like it's slowly come out a lot of the stuff about me. Like I feel like I don't hide much from the fans. I mean, maybe like that I live a very normal life. I don't know if like the fans know that, but like it's a very normal life, and then I kind of step into all this stuff and whatever. But I'm like a homebody. I'll spend like a couple days without leaving the house. I'm not proud of it, but it'll happen. So maybe that I don't know. Maybe you guys know that. I don't even know.
I love it, bro. Thank you so much.
Of course, good to be here.
For coming on to the show. If you guys haven't already, please like, subscribe, and let me know what guests you want to see on next. As always, thank you guys so much for joining this episode of Drive By. Until next time, peace. That's a wrap.
Cool.
Did you see me? Bro, that was crazy. I felt like Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious.
Yeah, that was crazy timing too.